On tonight's Gwinnett Prep Rally, as Meatloaf might have sung, 3 out of 5 ain't bad. Unless, of course, you're Brookwood and North Gwinnett. The mighty Broncos have been dodging upsets all year, but this time it's ML King dethroning the defending king. We also bid adieu to North Gwinnett too, and another exceptional season it was. On the bright side, Dacula is a state power once again. They're headed to the quarters, and so is Grayson. The Rams seem to stick it to South Georgia every chance they get. And Buford played a football game too. So there's only one show on planet Earth that has full highlights of the final 5 footballers, and it's us, Gwinnett Prep Rally, right now.
For more than 15 years, your source for Gwinnett County sports is Gwinnett Prep Rally.
Hello again and welcome to your county's original high school sports television program. This is Gwinnett Prep Rally, now in its 19th season, and we can be seen right here on GCPS TV for the entire 2011-2012 school year. I'm Todd Klein alongside Will Hammock from the Gwinnett Daily Post. And Will, we saw 2 Gwinnett teams eliminated from the postseason play this past weekend, but 3 still remain in the hunt for a state title.
Yeah, 2 of those teams are not very big surprises. I think Buford and Grayson, most people expected to be at this point, both undefeated powerhouse teams, but a great job by Dacula. I mean, this is a team that started 0-2, and here they are in the state quarterfinals with a chance to move on.
Well, let's get right to the highlights, and we start with the surprising home game for the Dacula Falcons in the second round, thanks to their opponent Newnan, which went on the road and knocked off top-seeded Valdosta in the first round. But the Falcons look to put an end to the Cougars' Cinderella story. GPR's Nathan Shutter has all the action from Dacula.
Dacula playing host to Newnan in the second round of the state playoffs. Falcons on the move. The handoff goes to Rocky Capobianco, and he finds a big hole up the middle, bursting free into the secondary before being dragged down in Newnan territory. Later in the drive, Capobianco in at quarterback, and he'll call his own number, bulldozing his way in for the touchdown, 7-0 Falcons. Second quarter, they will add to the lead. Davian McEwen from 24 yards out, he'll split the uprights for 3 points. Dacula up 10-0. Under a minute to play in the half, Dacula looking for more. Brandon Goodson fires a pass complete to Davian McEwen to move the chains. Then it's Goodson rolling to his left and hooking up with Marcus Cox in the end zone for 6, and Dacula goes to the break up 17-0. Second half, Newnan within 10 points and control of the ball, but Morgan Lloyd tips the pass and makes the interception to put the Falcons back on offense, and they will take advantage. Rocky Capobianco on the QB keeper. He's in for the second time on the night, and the Falcons are in control up 24-7. Fourth quarter, Newnan trying to get back in the game. Nick Smith back to pass, and he's going for it all. Jalen Bolton makes the catch in the end zone to cut the lead to 24-21. Just 4 minutes to go in the ball game, the Cougars elect to attempt an onside kick. The ball gets loose, and a mad scramble ensues. When it's all sorted out, Alex Arma recovers for Dacula, and the Falcons would go right to work. Marcus Cox breaking free down the sideline for his second touchdown of the day to seal the victory, as Dacula advances to the quarterfinals 32-21 over Newnan.
Well, after the first couple of weeks of the season, I don't think anybody would have imagined that Dacula would have been in this spot. But this is a team that just keeps improving, and now I don't think it's that big a surprise that they're playing so well.
No, this team keeps finding a way to win. I think that's really their kind of trademark. They keep they've been in some close games, and they find a way to pull them out. And this was another example of that. They probably could have won this game by 3 or 4 touchdowns. Had a couple offensive turnovers that really hurt them, and it really made a close game out of it. But when push came to shove, they got a big touchdown late and pulled away and secured a huge victory.
And it was a home victory, and they were lucky to get that home game. They'll go on the road this week to play at Walton. What do you think they have to kind of step up their game if they're going to knock off the Raiders? Is it on the defensive side or the offensive side?
I think it's going to be on the offensive side. Walton's a very good team on defense. They're not going to allow Dacula to do a whole lot, so it's going to be on the Rocky Capobianco, Marcus Cox, and those offensive playmakers to really get the job done. I really think the Dacula defense just continues to play well. They'll do a good job against Walton. They played really great in this game. Just offensive turnovers kind of led to that 21-point total.
Well, back to the highlights in a second-round matchup that seemed more fitting for a state championship game, but with Lowndes County having a down year by their standards, they came to Grayson as underdogs, and the Rams made sure they left with their tails between their legs. GPR's Brian Wise has more.
It was perennial powerhouse Lowndes County traveling to Grayson. First quarter, the give is to Robert Kimdiche, who breaks outside and picks up the first down for the Rams. A couple of plays later, Nick Schuschler back to pass, throws deep downfield. Wide open is Marcus Lindquist. Bronco scoots into the end zone untouched. Grayson takes a first quarter lead 6-0. After a holding penalty negated Lowndes County touchdown from 27 yards out, Sean Smith's kick is good. Vikings trail 6-3. After recovering a fumble on the kickoff, Lowndes with the ball. Lance Gerald back to pass, throws deep across the middle. Josh Clemens hauls in the catch. Touchdown Vikings. They now lead 10-6. On the Rams' ensuing possession, Schuessler looking to throw, complete to Lindquist on the outside, picking up the first down. Later in the drive, 2nd and goal for the Rams. The give is to Kimdiche, muscling his way in for the score. Grayson takes back the lead 12-10. On the Vikings' next possession, looking to pass, Wayne Gallman from the edge strips the ball, and the Rams recover. A couple of plays later, it's Kimdiche straight up the gut. Touchdown Grayson. They lead 19-10 at the half. Late third quarter, 4th and 3 for the Rams, still up 19-10. The end around to Gallman, finds the edge, picks up the huge first down. Later on in the drive, 4th quarter, the give is straight up the middle to Kimdiche, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Grayson survives and advances over Lowndes County, 25-17.
Well, early on, Will, might have been a little bit of nervousness in the stands. Wow, Lowndes is playing some good football, but once Grayson settled down, it was all Rams in the second half.
You pretty much got the feeling that Grayson was the better team in this matchup. It just came down to Grayson, like you said, settling down and getting past those early mistakes that gave Lowndes 10 points and really gave the Vikings some hope. And you know Lowndes is going to play tough defense. That they know that Grayson offense and know how to stop it. But good job by Grayson taking care of business, and Nick Schuessler making some plays in the passing game.
And like you said, next up on taking care of business is a matchup with West Forsyth. Grayson has earned the right to be at home playing some good football. What do you think it looks like in this game against West Forsyth?
I think going into this game, they're going to be the heavy favorite. I really like Grayson in this one. I think they should win this game fairly handily and kind of cruise into what's going to be a very tough semifinal matchup against the Camden-Colquitt winner.
Well, more highlights now. The Brookwood Broncos survived the first round with some big plays and a little luck, but turnaround would be fair play in the second round against a very talented MLK squad. Nathan Shutter has more.
Brookwood looking to advance to the quarterfinals on the road at MLK. Opening kickoff, Broncos set to receive. Nick Tompkins will field the ball, finds a nice hole to the left, but finally gets pushed out of bounds inside Lions territory. A couple of plays later, the handoff to Tompkins, who picks up the first down for the Broncos. Later in the drive, the handoff to Tompkins once more. This time he fights his way down deep into MLK territory. Brookwood would cap off an 11-play drive that saw all running plays with a 7-yard touchdown run by Jamal Cole. The Broncos lead 7-0. Brookwood's defense would force 2 first-half turnovers, the first coming off this tipped ball into the hands of DJ Brown, who weaves his way upfield and into Lion territory. Late in the first half, ML King's Jonquel Dawson, flushed from the pocket, completes the pass over the middle. The ball is stripped and recovered by Zach Johnson. With just seconds remaining in the first half, Brandon Morrow would attempt a long field goal that would fall just short, as with the Broncos in overtime, falling 27-21 to ML King.
Well, Will, we got used to Brookwood bringing these miracle finishes, getting these big wins, but it really just went the opposite way in this game against ML King.
Yeah, Brookwood was in control throughout in this game. Really, several times you thought they had the game won, just made too many mistakes there. The late touchdown pass by MLK at the end of regulation to tie it and force overtime. MLK scores first in overtime, and then they missed the extra point, so you figure all Brookwood's offense has got to do, punch in a touchdown, make the extra point and win this game, but couldn't quite do it. Missed out on a 4th and 10 there at the end. Tough loss for the Broncos, but still had a great season.
All right, when we come back, we'll have more highlights from the second round of the state playoffs as North Gwinnett tried to shake off their South Georgia Demons and the Buford Wolves continued to dominate the competition. Plus, we get in the mind of Will Hammock and unveil this week's building blocks. You are watching Gwinnett Prep Rally on GCPS TV. For 19 years, the county's high school sports television program.
For 2 decades, Coulter Sports has been making dreams possible for thousands of Gwinnett County student-athletes.
Sometimes we've been over the top.
Thrill is gone.
Steve Coulter sings.
And the leader of the clan will take no prisoners on this day.
Sometimes we've been straight to the point.
Beverly Coulter is the most persuasive sporting goods salesman in Gwinnett County history, and that's including her son, Steve.
But most of all, we've cared deeply about every Gwinnett parent and student who walked through this front door.
Over all these years,
we thank you for your support.